The Barba Azul Nature Reserve is a 25,000 acre reserve in tropical savanna, Bolivia. This is an area that is 95% of the habitat is cattle ranched, which means it's burnt every year and there's high impact of cattle. What that means is that for 95% of the area you don't get any second year, third year grasses. It's all very short grass, so it's a very limited habitat. What we're doing in the Barba Azul Nature Reserve is trying to protect a mosaic of grasses. 2-year grasses, 3 years, 5 years, and that brings in the threatened species that need tall grasses, species that need to breed in tall grasses and maybe utilize short grasses. We're also protecting the forest islands, and these palm trees are very important for fruiting for the blue-throated macaw, which is endemic to the area, and many of the other species. And now without cattle on the reserve, we're seeing this regeneration of vegetation. Land acquisition is very important for us in conservation. In Asociación Armonía in Bolivia, we have projects of education, pride campaigns, research that will help give us information to help protect the species. But there's an element of 100% pure protection for the long term that is absolutely essential for certain species, and to safeguard, have a stronghold of a species and safeguard them there forever. We first heard about World Land Trust through World Land Trust US, which has now become Rainforest Trust. World Land Trust support was fundamental in the extension of the Barba Azul Nature Reserve. With that support, we were able to then bring on other groups to help support the project. So a large area, 6,000 hectares, we were able to purchase and protect through World Land Trust support, and then Canadian donors, American donors, all coming together to support one big land purchase. The main threat would have been trafficking of illegal capture of animals and hunting, but we've managed to eliminate those threats. So now the threat is actually from the cattle ranching around the reserve. The burning and fires that can come into the reserve from outside, and from cattle actually overgrazing their fields and pushing over the fences to get at our protected grasses. Our greatest success has been protecting 25,000 acres of tropical savanna habitat. That protects the blue-throated macaw, critically endangered for Bolivia, the maned wolf, puma, jaguar, giant anteater. And as we're finding, by protecting the area, we're seeing the habitat come back, and we're seeing all these animals come back in. And it's becoming a really important area within the Bennett savanna. So right now we're trying to study and make an accurate assessment of how large the reserve needs to be to conduct proper protection. And you get the landscape species, the jaguars and the pumas, that need massive areas. And it'd be nice if we could protect more than just a family of jaguars. But so that's what we would hope to do, maybe doubling the size. But it's the most important area for the blue-throated macaw, for maned wolves in the area, and austral migrants, the high concentrations of birds that come from Argentina and winter in Bolivia, and also boreal migrants, shorebirds that fly from North America down and use the reserve as a staging point. The protection job is in a large part presence, so that their hunters won't come in, so that people won't come in to try to steal the macaws, to climb nests and take out chicks. And then we need to work on fire breaks, constantly making sure that there are areas around the reserve that are well cut and maintained, so whenever the outside fire could come in, it will be stopped by the fire break. In Asociación Armonía, we need to plan how we're going to manage these reserves, and one of the elements we're going to use is ecotourism. So the Barba Azul Nature Reserve, we're developing cabins there. This is an ideal site to see the blue-throated macaw endemic to Bolivia. The other macaw endemic to Bolivia is the red-fronted macaw. This project is another Armonía project, but we've taken a different aspect here. We have a reserve created with the community and a lodge that the community owns. And the funds that go to this lodge all go to help the community. And then the community, through that money, through that profit, don't hurt the macaw. They are protecting the macaw because there's a financial benefit. But there's a link. If a bird watcher, if someone's going to come to Bolivia to see one endemic macaw, they're going to see the other macaw. So these are sort of the route we're creating.